Friends and comrades, happiness to all of you. I'm going to discuss something very important today. Voice for the unborn. Do you know something? You can give voice for the unborn. I'm doing it right now. You know what I mean? There is a weird practice among the Tamils, among the South Indians, probably in some parts of the other Indian communities, of marrying one's own relatives. Do you know people marry, or they have been marrying their own maternal and paternal cousins? The victims, unfortunately, happened to be, in my case particularly, I happened to be the victim. The children who are born out of such marriages. My mother was my father's sister's daughter. In other words, my mother's own maternal uncle, the immediate brother of her mother, became her husband. You know, they used to do that those days in order to sustain the relationships and not allowing properties to go out of the family. Because of this weird and superstitious practice, the victims happened to be the poor children. Now, the doctors have unanimously concluded that consanguineous marriage would certainly result in any casualties. Either it could be physical disability for the children, or it could be low IQ for them, or it could be even the immunity being very poor as they grow. Or worse still, they might become carriers of such genes which would in turn make disabled children. So, in any case, we should avoid this obsolete practice. I'm glad to know that people are going out of their communities, their states, sometimes even the countries to get married. I'm happy about that. I want that to continue. I want that to be widely spread across. I don't want the poor children to be born. Do you know something? In India, there are more than 15 million disabled people. And worse still, India is supposed to be the capital for the blindness community or blindness in the world. It is a blindness capital. Is it a proud state of affairs? But we can do something to prevent this. Prevention is better than cure, as they say. We can prevent this by not marrying within our own relatives. However close or however further the relationship may be, please go out of your community, out of your city, out of your village, out of your state, if possible out of your country, to get married in order to ensure that the community, in this case for example the Tamil community, or maybe the Malayali community, or the Telugu community, or the Kannadiga community, would sustain longer. It would survive for many thousands of years and years to come. So, my dear friends and comrades, please stop this practice. And in case the marriage becomes unavoidable due to certain reasons, like our stupid movies have been unfortunately encouraging this practice by making the heroes and heroines being the maternal cousins or paternal cousins. And there have been a kind of a sentimental, emotional attachment when you see your own paternal cousin or your maternal cousin, and you feel as though you've got a girlfriend in the form of your maternal or paternal cousin, and it has been highly very sadly encouraged by our movies. And I know pretty well our Tamil movies have been damaging to the core in this case. So let's stop this practice. Just in case the marriage becomes unavoidable, what can we do? For example, a boy and girl have already fallen in love with each other and they happen to be maternal paternal cousins. What can they do? At least they can go through a chromosome test, which would actually give them an idea as to whether they can have children in their marriage or they can adopt children. After all, India has a lot of potential for that. So either they can decide not to have children or they can abandon the idea of getting married at all. So please stop marrying within your relatives. I am voicing for the unborn. You should also do that. Thank you very much.